Hello there guys, welcome back to another scripting tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how you can make a speaker that resizes itself based on how loud the volume is it's playing. So to get started, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a toolbox. I'm just going to type in let's get a boombox or something. I just need a model, right? No, not starter pack. And we're just gonna we just need this. This stuff we can just throw that away into the garbage. We just need the good stuff out of it. So here we got our amazing boombox. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna anchor it. Here, see anchored. And you can set the collision if you want. I'll just keep it enabled. Actually no, I'll just disable it because yeah, we're gonna need to disable it. And now the first step we are going to do is with our sound. We need to pick a sound first, because we cannot do this without a sound. What's a sound? I need to pick a sound effect. Let's do let's see what we got. I know. I tried to type the spectre, which is this one. I don't know if this is gonna be copyright. This might be copyright. I might not try that. No, I think I might get copyright. So what I'll just do is instead I'll just type in a see let's try that. No, not that one. I know what that one is. What is? Alright, I'll just do this. I do not know what sound I could try this with. That's not copyright, because most Roblox stuff might be copyrighted. This sound's not usually meant for commercial use or anything, so I might get copyright strike. So I'll just use a sound effect. A very disturbing scream. So let's play it. Why is it so loud? That's only on volume 1. That's really loud. 0.5. Okay. Perfect. Now that we got our sound, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rename this to whatever. I'm going to call this a speaker. And the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a script. And now this can be local, or this can be a local script or a server script. If you're going to make this local, this is usually recommended for visualizers and stuff. But for this demonstration, I'm going to be using a server script. And I'll be showing you how to do the local one as well. Step 1, we're going to get our run service. You'll see why. Now, the second step we're going to do is we're going to say run service. And we're not going to say render or pre-render because this is the server. We're just going to say stepped. We're going to say render stepped. Well, not render stepped, just the stepped part. We can't say render stepped because the server can't really render stuff in. The server's already rendered. I don't know if this is right. I might be wrong. But I'm going to use stepped because it works fine with stepped. And the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the speaker, which is script.parent. Then I'm going to get the sound. Speaker, find first child, sound. Now, here comes the interesting stuff. We're going to say original size. And if we go to our size right here. Now, if you want, you can say speaker.size, or if you want to have a set value, you can do that. In this case, I'm just going to use speaker.size. And now, here comes the fun part. We are going to say speaker size equals original size times I'm going to open a bracket and I'm going to do sound playback loudness, and I'm going to divide it because it says between. Now if you noticed, it says a number between 0 and 1000 depending how loud the sound is currently playing back. So we're going to just divide this number by 1000. But for this demonstration I'm going to do 500. I'm going to do half, because these numbers can get really big. And I mean like really big. So, and if you want, you could multiply by the... You can also include the volume in as well. Which I will. I'll include the volume into it. But I don't think I will. I'm not going to include the volume, so I'll just comment it out. And that's about it, really, for the visualizer. So we can say sound, play. If it doesn't play, I'll just do this. And now, I think what we gotta do now is just play the script. And we should see it if it loads. Why is it not doing it? Oh, you can see. Oh, okay, I know what's happening. It's changing the size, but because it's a mesh, the mesh does not want to update its size. Let me just delete. No, I'll delete the mesh. I don't know why I didn't want to do it. I'll change the color to like be. That was a bit funny. Let's see. There we go. I don't know why I can't hear. Why can't I hear the sound? Why don't I hear it? Let me go in game. Let me just head into game. Where did it go? Why is it not? Why can't I hear the sound? Volume is up. What? I can't hear the sound. It is working. It's definitely working, but I just can't hear the sound. What? Roll off. Oh, roll off minimum distance is. That makes so much sense. That's why. There we go. And if I was to stop the sound, you know what's gonna happen? If I was to pause it, you see how it gets really quiet? You see how small it gets? It gets super small, and because it's on loop, if I was to stop, see it disappears. Play. And if I was to put the... now we're gonna stop it. Let's mess around the numbers a bit. Let's include the volume in. And let me show you why it should be on 1000. So if I run it again, you can see it doesn't get as big now. And now that I included the volume into it, if I was to set this like 10, look how big it gets now. You can really make some like interesting stuff with this. And if you wanted, now you can take this to the next level as well, and you can like make it so it has a fixed value. And what I mean by fixed value is that the fixed value you can do is, if I remember how to do this correctly, there's a way to compare it. You can compare like the number and yeah. Actually no, not compare the number, but you can like add on. You can add on a size. That's one way to do it. So after it's done all these calculations, you can just add on plus the original size. So this should always be a fixed value. There you go. That's how you do it. Now you have a fixed value, a fixed size. Except it's not really fixed. And if I was to set like 10, it should expand quite a lot. There you go. There you are. Now it expands a lot. And when it stops, you see how it gets really, it goes back to its original size. You can see. And that's how you make a speaker visualizer for the server script. And everyone can see this too. You can change the sound to whatever other one. It'll work just fine. So if I pick this one. Actually, no, not that one. Yay. That one. That's a good one. We're not picking someone screaming. No, no, no. Let's do this one. I'll play this. You can see it kind of vibrates. It kind of vibrates. Let's make it a bit louder. Oh my god. You can mess with the pitch as well. The playback speed. Oh my god. There you are. here's your speaker. If you want to make it server-sided and you don't want to go into the process of making it locally, then that's your way to do it. Now, if you want to make it locally, it's pretty straightforward. So unless you're making the script here, you can change it from context to client, and instead of doing find for child, you could say wait for child, and whatever your sound is called, as long as it's got a sound class name, which can be found here, then it'll pretty much be fine. Now this is a local script. If we were to play it on the server now, it does nothing. But if I was to go in game and see it, you see it works, and it's actually a lot more smoother as well a bit. It can be a bit smoother. Now because we're doing this on the client, we can make this less smooth. We can use render stepped, and this is like much faster than stepped itself. So if you see now, you see how much smoother it is now? It's much more smoother. And if you go on the server, you can see that this is actually much more effective of visualizing the sound rather than having to send constant packets. If we see through the network tab, the network, you can see our overall is 3.9. You can see that. It's only about 0, it's actually basically it's on 0. But whereas if we did this from before, like if I was to undo everything here, and I switch this back to server, or legacy, if I was to play the game, you can see our overall, it hits 20 and, wait no. Why is it not resizing? Hold on, why is it not resizing? What, that's not right. Why did it not resize? It should be resizing it. Why didn't it resize? That was not meant to happen. It was supposed to resize, but it didn't. Why did it not resize? Okay, it does not want to resize it for some reason. But what it was meant to do though is, why didn't it? What? Run. It works fine in here, but when I go into game, it doesn't want to do it. Why not? Why does it not want to do it in game? Are you gonna? It's very weird why it doesn't do it for some reason. I don't know why it's not updating. But what it would do is though is it would actually show up. It would render up on the server. I just don't know why it doesn't want to do it, because Roblox Studio is really, really weird. It just doesn't want to do it. But what it would do is it would render up, and your overall data usage for the server bandwidth would go up. It would go above 1. That's what was meant to happen. You'll have to take my word for it. But Roblox is just being very weird today, so it doesn't want to show it. And that's about it, really. That's how you make a speaker visualizer for a game. We can make like one of those disco party things, whatever you want to call them to you in your game. And yeah, I hope this tutorial helps for you guys. I hope you learned something new. You can do this for other things too. It doesn't have to be a speaker. You could do it for a bass plate as well if you wanted. And the sound doesn't have to be in with the speaker. Just make sure the sound is in a part where you want the sound to be like. If I was to put it on the bass plate, the sound would play from the origin, so from the very center. It wouldn't play everywhere off it, like in other game engines and stuff. And yeah, that's about it really. That's all I can give you, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to end this recording now, guys. Peace out, guys, and I hope you enjoy my next tutorial.